What's going on, guys? TVF Gaming. We're here to look at the latest console patch, version 7.6.2 on the Xbox One. Check it out. This is pretty cool. We've got a couple new dinos to add to this list here. We're going to take a look at them in this patch and then talk about a couple of things that they can do, as well as a couple of things that came down in this patch. So check it out. First one we're going to look at is the Otter. Check these guys out. So these guys are actually a really cool tame. We kind of laughed at this when it first came out, but they're actually pretty useful. So let's check this guy out. There you go. They are shoulder mountable. There we go, like that. So you can see they can put up on your shoulder about like that, and they actually give you great insulation if you go into like some cold areas, which on Ragnarok is going to be super important to hopefully survive some of that ice areas that no one can seem to survive in. So there you go. The Otter, pretty cool little shoulder mount. Here's something else that they do is really cool though. If you put them down, you can kind of take a look at the different versions here. We spawned 3 of them in just to see a few different of the color variations. Also, if you guys want, up in the corner, I'll put the spawn code for these guys. There you go. That's a little spawn code for them. That gives you the actual Otter summon, and they'll summon already tamed at whatever level you put up there on the far right. That very last number is the actual number they tame. So now let me show you what's really cool about these guys. They can actually work low levels to help you go hunting and stuff like that. You can throw them into the water, and they'll go attack some fish and bring back, let's go behavior. Passive, change that to aggressive. We're going to change that to aggressive. Now, if you throw them in the water, they're basically going to go fishing for you. Now, they don't have great oxygen, so you do got to kind of watch them a little bit. But if you go throw them into the water area, they will go hunting for you. And then they'll bring you back sometimes just meat. Sometimes they'll bring you back actual silica pearls or black pearls, which is really cool. So let's throw him out there, and he should take off and go actually hunting. So you can see him kind of take off out there. He's looking for some food. And maybe we can go underwater and see what he's doing there. So there he is. He's sitting there attacking the fish for us. He'll get a little bit of meat for you. All you got to do to get him to come back, as long as you make sure he's on aggressive to go out there, to get him to come back, just whistle passive, and he's going to go ahead and follow you back, as long as you already have him on following. You see how I had him on following before I threw him out there. So really, really cool. Now he should have a couple things on his inventory. Let's check him out. So look at that. A whole bunch of fish meat will really help you out early game. Sometimes they come back with some silica pearls or black pearls, stuff like that, which is really, really helpful. So there you go. There's the Otter. Actually, kind of like something we really laughed at when it first came out, but it turns out they're fairly useful. They're pretty cool. So there it is, the Otter, the little guy of the pack for this first patch here. The next guy, you can see him as we go right over the hill right here, the actual Phoenix. Let me go here to where you can actually see him. There we go. The Phoenix. We spawned 2 of these in as well, 1 male, 1 female, so you guys can see what they look like. I'll put the spawn code up in the top right about now. There you go. If you guys want to take a longer look at that spawn code, just go ahead and hit the pause button. But there's the actual Phoenix. The Phoenix is really cool. If you notice, it's hovering. The Phoenix actually cannot land. It's got quite a few cool attacks that we're going to show you real quick, but just so you know, it does not land, so you got to be careful wherever you leave it. These guys only occur naturally on scorched earth. So these guys are not something that you're going to see in this map, but you can spawn them in using that GM summon code. All right? Let's see if we can we reach him? Is he close enough? There we go. So there's what our guy looks like when we get up on him. Really cool fire. Now he's got a few different attacks. Let's level this guy up a little bit. Get rid of that green thing up there. Let's go like that. Now we are playing on our single player server. That's why everything's a little wonky on here. There's just something we kind of play around on to do summons and builds and stuff like that. Not incredibly fast flying. So here you go. With these guys, they have a few different attacks. You got your right trigger, which just does a pretty simple bite. So if you hit right trigger, you can just see he does a little bit of bite with the talon right there. The nice thing about it is, though, when you do attack, you also do a little bit of fire damage. It says in the dossier that they're not supposed to when you do that attack, but it clearly continues to do damage. Oh, we got a couple of these guys. Let's go and take these guys out real quick. There we go. Now, they only eat sulfur, so any of the other stuff, you can gather quite a few things with this, but they only eat sulfur, so keep that in mind when you're kind of playing around with them. All right, the other attack, the left trigger, shoots a little fireball. You can see the fireball shooting there. Of course, we miss. It shoots pretty awesome fireball, and that also does any kind of burn damage to anything that it hits as well. If you hit the actual ground, you'll see that it actually burns right there on the ground. That will hurt players or dinos if they walk through that flame. All right, the next and probably the coolest ability is actually when you're just flying. First you can also do a little grab attack there that it doesn't do a lot of damage. I don't think that one does any burn damage. According to the dossier, it doesn't, but let's test it out so I'm not lying to you guys. So bam. Okay, so it looks like that does do burn damage. Alright, so the next one, the coolest attack that this guy has is if you hold the A button, he does like a little burn attack here. So check this out. Let's get kind of close to this guy here. Hold down the A button, and we actually leave a little trail behind us. You can see that trail behind us, and anything you touch is going to actually burn. So really, really cool. Let's make sure we head back down. So that's pretty much it for the Phoenix. Pretty cool dino. Like I said, it only occurs on actual Scorched Earth, so it's not going to do you a lot of good here. You can spawn it into here, but you're not going to be able to tame it on this map. Alright, let's go ahead and head over to our third and final one that we show here. Now, those are the only 2 dinos that they actually added with this patch. But for those of you guys playing on the actual consoles, or at least Xbox One, we've had a problem with the Ice Wyvern has been invisible. So let's go show you the Ice Wyvern, because it'll be the first time that we've been able to actually see it on Xbox One. I got a couple of them tamed right over here. The Ice Wyvern, check him out. So we spawned in a couple Ice Wyverns, same thing, male and female. They got a slightly different look. This one's got a little more of a bluish tint. This one's a little more of the white with kind of a purplish type of look to it. These guys are pretty sweet. They're the same as you've seen with the other Wyverns, so no sense in going, all out into these guys. Basically the same thing you got, but just a completely different look. Obviously the attack is a little bit different because you have, you have all the different Wyverns that all do their different attacks. This guy does this kind of ice ball flame looking thing. And it does pretty good damage. You can see what it does there. Basically, like, I guess an ice fire. I don't know what you want to call it. But this is the first time we've been able to actually see these guys, so we're pretty excited to actually get these on the Xbox One. This, of course, just like how the Phoenix is only on Scorched Earth, this one is actually only on Ragnarok. And I don't know if they got plans to add it to the other maps, but for right now, according to the dossier, it's only on Ragnarok. So there you go. There you go, guys. There's a look at both the Ice Wyvern, the Fire Wyvern, and of course the Otter that we looked at a second ago. If you guys want to see the actual full patch notes for this patch, check it out right here. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Go check out our ARK series. Go check out our 7 Days to Die series. And I'll see you in the next episode of ARK Survival Evolved.